Carson Hocevar yet again, 3 weeks in a row, being in contention.
He's been a headline maker.
Oh, the 77's got major issues.
It blew up.
That was kind of like our generational run per se. It all still feels like a blur.
Here we go. For any race car driver, the culmination of a lifelong dream is making your first career Cup start, and that's exactly what the 20-year-old from California, Jesse Love, will do today.
It's just crazy. Boys are good.
Rajah Caruth, sideways.
Hang on. This got choked up.
Don't think I did the best job, but some stuff to review for next time for sure.
No, I don't ever stretch before runs either. I'll stretch before like sprints, but jogs.
I don't need to.
We need to get back into every Wednesday.
Keep the momentum up.
Everyone knows the feeling. Things aren't going well. Nothing seems to be bending your way. But Rajah Caruth isn't giving up on a frustrating season, and he's got a little bit of help from his friends to keep him moving forward.
I love nature. I'm a little bit more tired than I normally be because of doing intervals yesterday, but that's cool.
Other drivers might choose to fly solo in the face of adversity. Rajah has a different strategy. Keep learning as much as you can, any way you can. And on this morning, from a superstar on NASCAR's Cup circuit and fellow fitness fanatic, Ross Chastain.
I know that I've got my experience to lean on, but if there's something that I really need a different perspective or opinion on, I've talked to Ross. I see a lot of myself in him from his personality and how he carries himself.
He's been a student of the sport and a student of his own process and other people's process and analyzing so he can continue to improve.
I think all the stuff that he's doing, from getting up every morning, working out, the running, the training, the sim stuff, all those things are inevitably going to help him get over that hump.
Sweet, too. I think it's nice just to talk about non-racing stuff, and just kind of learn from somebody that had a similar kind of trajectory. I didn't start as young as Ross did.
Raj shows up in whatever it takes to be at the track. He's at the track on Sundays, some when he doesn't have to be, just watching. And I did that. I would stay after truck and Xfinity and just walk the grid and walk the garage with no real plan, just trying to be seen. I mean, there's a reason we both show up and work out together, because we think alike in that regard.
We have a blue sky above us here in Middle Tennessee. Right now, that's about to change, and the lights are going to go on, and the tough trucks of NASCAR are going to do battle here for 200 miles.
You could call NASCAR racing the ultimate test of patience. After all, the average driver loses close to 99% of the races they compete in. For Rajah Caruth, who eats, sleeps, and breathes his sport 24 hours a day, it can be an exhausting endeavor. But maybe what separates the best drivers from all the others isn't natural skill, or even top-notch cars. It's self-belief and the conviction that no matter the odds, today might be my day.
Consistency is important from a preparation and work ethic standpoint. You just got to keep doing the little things, and you got to treat it like it's your last race, it's your last day, and that it could all go away.
All right, guys.
In any race season, sometimes you can't even explain why you're running so good or where you lost your speed. I know Raj tries to be just perfect, and sometimes you just gotta, hey man, don't sweat the small stuff and just go with your gut.
This track is one that I'm very confident at, so I have a good feel for the surface, for the tire and all that. I feel like we're in a good spot.
All right, Raj, lock in now and stay disciplined. You can do it. Word.
With Raj, it's like the progression is off the charts. He's good enough and the trucks are good enough, and so now it's just lock and load and go.
Ready to get it going in the great state of Tennessee. Here we go. The green flag is out. Corey Heim gets a big jump on the inside. Briggs washes up the racetrack. and it stacks them up behind there. And we got 4 wide.
Look at Rajah Caruth on the move.
Still out there, and clear.
Those 2 Hendrick trucks are going to split it, try to take him 3 wide into the corner. Rajah Caruth and Corey Day go to the front.
Back pocket, nice and cool now.
Rajah Caruth, the last couple of laps, has been the fastest truck on the racetrack.
I'm not going to be able to get to the next step if I'm not more aggressive. I got to treat it like it's now or never.
Rajah Caruth, his car, a big wiggle, and it looks like Corey Heim grabs the advantage on the outside.
It's like, all right, well, what do I have to do to do better? So I'm just really analyzing kind of my strengths and weaknesses compared to the trucks in front of me.
Corey Heim takes the green and white checkered flag. He wins stage number 2. It is going to be Lane Riggs finishing second, Rajah Caruth third.
Pit road is open as they dive to the inside.
2, 1, perfect.
On a pit stop, you can kind of tell once they finish the right sides if it's going to be a good stop. The thing was also the 11 was a couple pit stops ahead, so I could see how their crew was doing. And I see they're still running around, so I'm like, all right, cool. Just got to maintain because they've already made up a bunch of time.
Thanks, fellas. Good work.
Rajah Caruth, the first off of pit road.
In my mindset, they put the ball in my hands.
Stage 3, the final stage.
On your door still. Quarter clear all the way, clear.
Great jump there on the inside. Rajah did his job.
Doing a great job. Stay locked in.
Rajah Caruth now with a 0.7 of a second advantage over Corey Heim.
All right, Raj, lock in now and stay disciplined. He will not catch you if you're hitting your marks every lap from here forward. Best laps you ever ran in your life.
The 11 got there with 7 or 6 to go, and I kind of had to get aggressive.
Rajah Caruth able to get a much better exit on turn 2.
That's what you need to do to hold the 11 off. Stay locked in.
Get the white flag, and I'm like, all right, cool. I just need to like run a good lap.
Rajah Caruth has tasted victory 1 time in his career. He put so much effort into learning this craft and becoming the race car driver that he is in the Truck Series. Out of turn 4, Rajah Caruth hangs on and wins it at Nashville.
Yeah! Way to go, Raj, way to go. Woo! Big crew. Hell yeah.
My pit crew won that race. Yeah, they won that race for us. Hey, we've been off this year, but good to get a dub tonight, man. I'm sorry I'm out of breath, but that was a lot of fun.
I think at this point, he's proven that he can drive, and he has a certain level of talent. Now the other things have to line up.
I'm most proud that he is a great person. He is a great brother. He is a great friend. Most important to me is that he maintains his holistic self, and he's already demonstrated he has that ability.
I just have thought about the work I put in over the last few years. I've thought about the people that have helped me get to this level. I try to ignore the outside noise. It's easy to kind of get frustrated, but it's even more of a reason for me just to stay intrinsically focused and pouring into the people around me, my village, because that's what ultimately makes me better, is the people I have around me.
This is downtown Menlo Park, which has changed a lot since I moved away. I liked growing up in California. When I do come home, like, I'm very happy, nostalgic, you know? So it's just kind of like, I guess, I'm sure everybody feels this way about home, you know? I will say, like, you know, sometimes the people are a little bit nicer down south in North Carolina and stuff, and everybody kind of waves at you. You don't really have that here.
You hold the door open for someone here and they don't even look at you.
Yeah.
And then North Carolina, they're like, thank you so much.
Yeah, so it's definitely
like
a different culture shock, you know? When I was 15, I ran my first year for Napa Auto Parts and won my first championship. My dad's always done a great job of teaching me how to like look ahead, right? And like what's the next step and how do you think forward? So logically, the next step was to go to North Carolina. No Cup driver doesn't live in Mooresville for the most part. So I thought, okay, great. Me, my dad, my mom, my sister, and my dog, we're gonna move to North Carolina. And that was, you know, pretty far from reality. My mom has a job out in California, and my dad has all of his business out in California. So what I realized was this was actually gonna turn into me moving out to North Carolina by myself. I remember on the first day of high school for my class, it was my last week in California before I moved to North Carolina. I just like pulled up to like where everybody was like gathering, and just was like, I'm out.
When you say you feel like you missed out on your childhood, is it just mainly like your high school years, or?
I think it's more than that. High school and just like being able to like be a kid but not any responsibilities. You know?
That must have been hard to go say about your buddies who are on the team.
Yeah, it was tough because like half the people didn't even give a so it was we asked my dad's right-hand man, Dustin Edge, to move out with me so I can, you know, chase his dream, which at first it was, you know, great. It was like sunshine and rainbows, like this is awesome, it's freedom. But, you know, I quickly kind of realized, you know, what moving away from home is really like and missing, you know, people that I, you know, really love. So, you know, that was kind of what brought me out to North Carolina. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely at times like wanted to go back home, but I knew I couldn't, you know. So, where's my damn tissue?
For Jesse Love, NASCAR's annual visit to Northern California is about a lot more than racing. For him, it's a full-on reunion to savor.
Mom's making a cocktail.
Want to get drunk quick or drunk slow?
Drunk slow.
Slow.
I love it when he's home.
We've sacrificed a tremendous amount. I didn't realize how homesick he was. He never said it to me, which of course makes me feel like the world's Mama, how do you not know that your kid's unhappy? I had no idea. I had no idea.
Hanging monkeys here. My parents love weird stuff, dude. So one weird piece of artwork is this, if you call it art, is this alligator. What's the alligator's name?
Alistair.
Alistair.
What's the story behind
It's the stupidest piece of art you've ever seen in your life. And they forced me to put one in my house.
It makes me laugh. It's an alligator coming out of a sewer. I mean, that's funny. Show him the duct tape. Look, it's a duck that's duct taped. I mean, that's funny, right? Look at his face.
You know, I wanted to, you know, chase this dream, and my dad would always tell me to, you know, work hard first and then play later. And this was like my version of like listening to that and being like, okay, like I'm gonna stick this out and like just man up and like toughen up and deal with it. And I would definitely try to hide it.
He hid that from his mother and I, not letting us know how difficult it was for him emotionally to be away from his family, to be out on his own at that young age.
No.
She thinks I don't know how to cook anything.
Just toss it in there.
Fun fact.
Hit it against the thing.
Fun fact, I actually do kind of know.
It hurt. It hurt. I didn't realize how hard it was for him.
No, this is my job.
Okay.
I don't know why you're doing this.
Sorry,
I got it, promise.
That's good.
What can I say?
Good job, son.
Looks like I know what I'm doing around here.
Good job, Jesse.
There's good and bad, but I feel like the good far outweighs the bad, and like I signed up for the bad parts too. You can't really have light without dark in a sense, and that's why I don't like hate the bad times either.
Get some rice on your plate first.
I always have to coach people on how to eat their food.
That's not true. It's a little true. If I had known that he was as lonely as he was, I very well might have just quit my job and moved out there. Jesse comes home probably twice a year for Sonoma and sometimes for Christmas or another event. So having him home, it's a rare event, but we look forward to it every year.
We didn't realize how fast he had to grow up. He was 15 years old, and he was out on his own in a house, working effectively.
You know, everybody's kids are gonna grow up and leave home. That's part of good parenting. That's what you want to happen. You want them to spread their wings and have their own life. But having said that, it's always great to have them home.
I said, son, I'm sorry, I didn't know. He gave me a hug and he's like, it's okay. I'm okay now. And then he changed the subject. So we moved on.
It's a great Saturday afternoon in Northern California. Today, the NASCAR Xfinity Series racing at Sonoma.
Jesse, you signed my shirt, man?
Hey, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Have a good one.
Keep putting it to him, buddy.
Thanks.
You're doing good.
Thank you. Yeah, buddy. Absolutely.
From Menlo Park, California, driving the number 2 Whelen Chevrolet, Jesse Love.
Jesse's homecoming race may be, on the surface, just another Saturday on the calendar. But anytime an athlete comes home to compete in front of family and friends, there's an added layer of meaning you can't ignore.
I definitely had a little bit of that sense of added pressure from my family being there, being home. More importantly than anything though, like practice went really well, qualifying went really well, so I definitely had a shot to win. I think whenever you're expecting to run well, then more pressure arises. So I was probably feeling a little bit of that, which is a good thing. I like when I feel that way.
How are you doing, buddy?
Good.
Hey,
Good to see you.
You're doing a great job, man.
Thank you.
I watch you every week.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Just take care of your transmission this track.
Yeah.
It's the only thing you really got to worry about.
Absolutely. How are you?
All we need to do is just take the opportunity when it comes and kick their ass.
All right.
It'll be closer to the end of the race.
Yeah.
Thank you, RC. I'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you, buddy.
See ya.
See ya.
Okay, I'm going.
All right.
Over here. Do it, okay? Drive the out of it.
All right.
You know the deal.
Yep.
Love you. Be a dog. 2%. You got it.
On today is passing zones being 7 and 11. We got to be strong in those spots, okay? Get yourself set up all day to make your passes in those 2 spots. Got it.
Going to be excited to go here at Sonoma. Looking forward to going racing here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Sick. I know.
Here we go, racing on the road in Sonoma, California.
Shane Van Gisbergen will start on the outside of Connor Zillage. He gets the early jump. He will try and clear him.
This is where it gets so tight. These opening laps are after a restart.
Still right side here, 18 with him. All the way up the hills, really, really good. You just need a little bit more speed through 10. Other than that, you're buddy.
At the start of the race, I was like, man, this thing's really fast.
Side-by-side battle for third. On the outside is Sam Mayer. Trying to take that spot away is Jesse Love.
We're really, really good exit of 7. I think we're better than the 41 and the 9 both.
And then I started wheel hopping all over the place, and every time I would hit a curb, I could hear something like grinding.
I got a problem with the right front. Like, what's it doing? Something's dragging. I got something breaking. Something's breaking, coming apart. It looks like the sway bar is still connected here, so just feel it out here. The rear end is shaking under acceleration. It's the right rear. The rear end's moving, but flopping everywhere. Just baby it back here to us here, buddy. Just baby it back here to us. You're 10 away here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put on the brake, wheel straight here.
Jesse Love is stopped in his stall. They are taking extensive amount of time on the right side.
Once they jacked the car up and the left rear tire was still on the ground, because the axle was broke, your axle looks like this and it was like that, I knew we were done for the day. And I was just pissed off.
It looks like rear end housing is broke in half on Jesse Love's machine.
All right, we're done. We're done. Rear end housing's broke in half.
tough break for Jesse Love.
Really tough in what looked to be an opportunity race for Jesse Love and that number 2 team.
In racing, there's man and machine. There's 1,000 parts on that car, and there's 1,000 opportunities for things to break. So that can happen, right? And you got to focus on the performance, not the result.
A disappointing day for the 2 car, especially after a strong start. How disappointing is it after you were running so well?
Yeah, obviously it sucks, right? It's a bummer, but we'll just keep working at it, and I'm proud of the good stuff that came out this weekend.
The right side of the car is like this now. Yeah. So that probably started braking. The right side of the car got super low, and it probably was hitting the curb with the right front.
Yeah.
The rear end housing bent like this.
Rear end housing split in half. The weld, like in the middle of it, there's like this much hanging on. For 4 laps, it was like great. And I was like, why can I not get off the corner?
For it to happen on his home track, it's pretty heartbreaking. Yeah. But at the end of the day, my boy was home, and we got to spend some quality time with him and with you and some friends. So all in all, it's a win.
You know, I think it's valid to be upset, and obviously my guys are going to be upset, you know. I can talk about, you know, how much effort I put into the road course stuff and wanted to bear fruit, and I feel like I had a shot this weekend to finally get that reward, but at the end of the day, nobody cares. So kind of just got to show up on Monday and work just as hard, and because again, nobody gives a so.
DoorDash file here. So I have this unlimited Chili's gold card, and I haven't even taken it out because all you need is the pin on the back. So I just take a picture of it so I'll never lose the card because I already lost it. So this is my second one, and it's sick. Like, honestly, like so my boss, Jeff Dickerson, knew I had this, and I think I made him jealous because all of a sudden he ended up getting one. He texted me a picture of it like I've never seen one before, and I was just like it was just like a proud, you know, father-son moment, and I was just like, dude, I have one. Like, that's cool. Right now, rewatching the Coke 600, I tried to go back and watch. You know, I just like watching racing. This move right here is like one of my favorite shots like ever.
And look who's going to the inside, 77 of Hocevar. He can push the pedal.
The whole field side by side, and then I'm just like the only one on the bottom. So there's a picture. It's literally just, you see the whole field all on top of each other, and then there's just my car. When I watch myself, sometimes it's like the worst.
Oh, the 77's got major issues. Something broke. Something is broke underneath the hood of the 77. Blew up. You heard it. Blew up over the radio. The great run. The heartbreak for the 77.
I mean, I was beyond speechless. Like, I had zero idea what to say or what you're supposed to do. Like, you know, you don't know what if you should just go throw weights around or, you know, throw things, or you're supposed to be mad. Like, who are you supposed to be mad at? Are you supposed to be like sad for yourself? You know, like, are you supposed to be disappointed? Are you supposed to be like more motivated? Or, you know, you just like, for me, I was just like, I don't know how I'm supposed to tackle this. Charlotte was the most heartbreaking. Nashville, I finished second, but you know, the Ricky thing.
Oh, he just got tagged in the left rear by the 77. He's not gonna be happy about that.
Michigan. I never felt like we were in contention. You know, I think you become very vulnerable when you do unorthodox things like I do. So I have to run good. Otherwise, if I run bad or we have issues, right, I think we just live in such a finger-pointing industry.
Refusing to care what anyone else thinks can be a good thing. But the reality of it in his world is that when things go wrong, no one will be there to have your back. And 2 weeks after their incident at Nashville, Carson Hocevar reignited his already bubbling rivalry with Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
77 of Hocevar. Oh boy, just deep into the corner.
And look who he runs into.
Please tell me it's not
the 47. These guys are going to definitely brawl.
I'm going to tell you, that is not going to work between the two.
He just was walking over. I was like, okay, well, he's gonna get out what he needs to, whatever that is, with his hands, with his mouth, whatever he's gonna do, he's gonna do. And
you think he was gonna hit you?
I didn't know what he was gonna do.
I'm gonna beat your ass. You're a lap down. You got nothing to do. Why you run right into me? Second time. No, I don't. I don't give a damn. No, I know. I don't damn. I want to be trapped. I want to get back in the state.
I was like, well, at least he's coming to say something.
You prefer that?
Well, yeah, I mean, the quiet ones are who you should be scared of. Because if he didn't say anything, I'm just like, okay, I'm dead the next week.
I mean, I got mad because it was Carson for sure. When you know it's somebody that, kind of has the attitude that they don't care about it, I think that's what, got me frustrated.
NASCAR's dictated by generations of norms. And it's easy to look at Carson and think he doesn't care about them. But the truth is a little more complex than that.
I'm having a good time with my Chevy Silverado.
For me, everybody talks about my side quest. I feel like it could get taken very quickly within the industry, or, that I'm not taking any of it seriously.
I feel like a stud.
Or, I'm doing all this stuff.
Yeah, see, do not enter. We're gonna enter.
And not paying attention or anything, but, yeah, it's for me to balance it all out and have fun and enjoy what I do. But I think the biggest thing is it's competitively way healthier for me.
Landing in the Cup Series so young is going to come with challenges. For a driver barely out of his teens, something as simple as showing up on time can feel like a bear.
I was all but on time. Close. It was close.
Because at the end of the day, he's the face of a multi-million-dollar enterprise.
That's the first time I ever wore a vest.
You watch kids grow up and you see how much change happens in the early years. And I believe even in your early 20s, you're changing a lot, right?
Is it team meeting time yet?
We're thrusting young kids into the sport that is a fully developed, mature sport, and it has to operate like a business.
Luke, where you at?
I'm right here. I'm working on some stuff.
I don't know. I just always, I get overwhelmed, being at the track and, everybody's talking or either loves you or hates you, or commercials or ads or anything with a camera. In the shop or in the hauler with meetings.
Still not a morning person. Just not that guy.
Young drivers that are in the Cup Series, you have to kind of remind yourself they should be at college, right? They should be in a more nurturing environment. I mean, the Cup Series is cutthroat and nobody cares.
Last year was terrible for me. That sucked. That was the most depressed I've ever been.
Oh, and it's Carson Hocevar again.
There was just a lot. I didn't know how to balance any. You race trucks 23 weekends a year, you get that balance because you have all this off time. But you race 38 weekends a year and you don't have that balance. I mean, I would just get home and I'd be in my room in a corner facing the wall, not knowing what to do, and probably having full-blown panic attacks and a lot of crying and a lot of, scary.
Is there someone this year that you feel more comfortable going to when you feel something like that?
Jeff, really.
Okay, lock in.
Love it.
400 miles, lock in.
I am locked in.
Let's get it. All right. When I look at Carson and why I think I'm more invested in it is because I'm responsible. I'm the one that dumped him into the Cup Series at that age. I'm the one that said, hey, you can do this, notwithstanding the emotional toll it might take or the bright lights that would be on him. Everybody has their own unique journey, and you're just trying to give him the comfort that he's on the right path.
Don't overthink it, man. You need to build it. That's right. Don't overthink it.
I mean, that's why I love him to death, is You know, he didn't look at me like, oh my God, I just hired this guy and he's a full-blown train wreck. You know, he looked at him and was just like, no, like, call me, you know, like, text me, like, vent.
Nothing that has occurred has made me question any of it. He can make a mistake, I love him. He can win the race, I love him. It's the same. Like, love's not conditional here. I'm able to love him and call him out, you know, for his. It's not I hate you, you suck. It's you suck and I love you.
How are you not dying right now?
For me, I was just like, well, number one, he's my boss. You know, nobody in the world is just gonna call their boss and be like, hey, I'm on the floor, you know, tweaking out right now and not sure where I should be doing. But he did, and he let me.
When you get past the goofiness or you get past the Ricky Bobby in him or whatever, it's just like, there's something like real in there. You don't want to kill the kid in him. I just think you let him go through all of it.
Like this year, it's been way easier. Like I've found ways to adjust, having time alone and time here, and then it's a good balance. Like this year's been, you know, one of the most fun, no matter what.
And here's another one entering the party, 77, Carson Hocevar.
I think at most race teams, they would really not give a you know, they would just change it. You know, it's just like, hey, we're a professional, this is what it takes, you know. And you know, such and such won these championships, such and such won these races, these guys won, and this is how they prep. You have to do it.
There's parts of Carson's personality, if you will, that may not play well, you know, whether it's with the fans or with its competitors. It plays well here. I don't get worried. People are like, oh man, you might go here, you might go here. It's like, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't think he would. I think this is the perfect place for him. You know, we are accepting. We are kind of like, we're not trying to change him. We're not trying to put him in a blazer.
They adapted to me, and it makes me feel wanted for sure. And it helps me too to like adapt to them when times, because I know like they adapted so much to me that like I'm like, okay, I can compromise. They can win one.
I can go to this meeting.
I can go to this meeting. They can win one. I can show up at 9 o'clock. That's cool. The thought process and goals for all of us in our group isn't just to be one of the guys in the playoffs, it's just to be the guys up front of it. You know, I think we're like 8th or 9th in stage points. We're in the top 10 of most races, laps led, and multiple different categories where we're high. We've just thrown a lot of races and points away, you know.
It looks like the left rear tire is down on Carson Hocevar's machine.
Right here is 20 or 30 points. Charlotte's 20 or 30 points. You know, right there, we go from wherever we are in points. I think we're 20th to 9th. And we're really close to being in the playoffs. And already, with all the other races we've, per se, thrown away or had issues or had mechanical failures or problems.
But the reality is, those problems did occur. And while Rajah Caruth and Jesse Love are safely guaranteed playoff spots thanks to their victories in earlier races, Carson finds himself on the outside looking in, heading into the regular season finale at Daytona, which makes the stakes completely cut and dry.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. You have to win, must win to make the playoffs. You know, it's team-changing, life-changing to make the playoffs or not. You know, NASCAR does a pretty good job at structuring their money that if you make the playoffs, it's a big difference than not.
Welcome to Daytona International Speedway. It's a very intense night. It's the regular season finale for the NASCAR Cup Series. Pressure's on for teams sitting on the cut line.
There are still some very hopeful drivers in this night where they know anything can happen.
Carson Hocevar, one of those drivers needing a win to move into the playoffs.
All right, fellas, you have the freedom of not having a whole lot of different conflicting things going on. We got one reason to be here. Our goal tonight's pretty straightforward. There's really only one thing we're here to do. We're here to win. A lot of the things that we've been setting ourselves up for really prepare ourselves for what could transpire here tonight. If we do the things that are inside of our control and the right opportunity presents itself, we can control our destiny to win this race.
We had one of the best average finishes at super speedways. We finished 11th in this race last year. there's any shot for anybody to win, why not us?
Let's go get him.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Up. Driving the number 77 tonight. Give it up for Carson Hocevar.
Carson Hocevar, a win tonight would get him in.
This is it. It's the final race of the regular season.
If you're below the cut line right now, you have to win or you're out.
This is going to be a fun, intense Saturday night with so much on the line.
Radio check. Got me clear back there? I do. TM4.
Who's going to make the memories for themselves tonight that can win and get into the playoffs?
It's time to bring the action. Let's go!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, green flag.
Look at this separation now.
That anxiety, those nerves have got to be peaking right now.
One back 54, then one back 1. Haven't had a whole lot of help behind you. Doing good right there.
These drivers make it look like it's a Sunday drive. It's anything but.
The bottom lane worked pretty good if you could towards the front of. All right, P10 right here, P10. My balance is not bad, I'm just draggy.
The intensity was really high at the start. We're all pushing super hard, making moves.
Carson Hocevar is tucked in behind Kyle Busch.
There's going to be wrecks because the front is going to keep moving from bottom to top to middle, and they're not like sure what's going on.
And there's movement here.
Just Sanders hose here, getting racy.
All of a sudden, I get to the trial hole and there's a wreck on my lap.
Oh, trouble here on the front straightaway. Multiple cars go sliding and crashing.
And there's a big one here. Massive moment in stage 1.
Great save. Any damage? To the front just a little bit.
There were 3 drivers in particular who skipped their way through. Ross Chastain, Justin Haley, and Carson Hocevar.
It was kind of a blur. Definitely got the grass good. Just check your splitter. It'd be right side of for the 23, right side of bow tie. When it opens up, we'll just come and get 4 tires and fuel. Dan will go over and look everything over. We'll just take our lumps right now and make sure we know what we got. All right, pit road's open here. Pit road's open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Carson Hocevar is in. The fresh Goodyear Racing Eagles go on. Sunoco fuel goes in.
I think our only issue is the left center of the splitter is split open a little bit.
Very simply, all these cars are must-win cars. The stage doesn't help their end goal.
That's some nervous times. Them sitting in there freaking out. What's going to happen?
All right, we're good to go. Down and away. 20 go on the pace car. They're coming to 1 to go.
Green flag back in the air.
Green flag, rolling good here. Half in front of the 17. 9's going to be tight with you. Rolling tight.
Stage 2, we were kind of riding a little bit. We're saving more fuel that we were going to be able to skip a pit stop.
We saving or are we pitting? Just keep saving like you are. We'll let you know when you get the green light to dig. Okay. He's doing really good. Keep doing what he's doing on the fuel stuff.
We were going to finish top 3 in the stage, or top 10 for sure, because 80% of the field was going to have to do a pit stop, and we weren't.
Carson Hocevar is one of those guys needing to win to get into the 2025 playoffs.
I go to like run wide open, and whether I was 50% or wide open, like my speed didn't change, and I'm like, okay, that's not great.
Be ready here.
I start hearing it change pitch a little bit.
Carson Hocevar now beginning to lose pace.
I lift off one more time, and I go full throttle, and now it's losing power. Look at the rear view camera, and the rear view camera is pure white because it's smoke.
I'm blowing up. Smoke everywhere, man.
There's a puff of smoke for Carson Hocevar. He's down on the apron of the racetrack.
Yep, blew up. That's why I was losing spots, was I was diagnosing something that it sounded like a rattle. But yeah, cool.
Carson Hocevar has come to a stop on the Daytona Super Stretch after the engine expires on that race car, and that will put us under the caution flag.
Their playoff hopes are over.
done. Sorry, bro. Did a good job. We're in a great spot right there. You did?
Yeah, Bobby Dale said.
Valve spring?
I just don't know what we're supposed to do.
I don't either, man. It's frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating.
Just so you know, Big Crew, we got stuff done next year. We feel responsible for a lot of things that happened this year, and it's hard to get everything on the right page, but you deserve better. And all y'all deserve better. I have a feeling, I told all these guys that it's going to work out where you're probably going to win one now.
I know.
Now that
we're out of it.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't really matter.
I know, but that's life. That's how life works.
What do you feel proud of yourself this season?
I think the biggest thing is just finding out who I am, you know, how I want to race, how I want to go through life, just putting everything else outside the car together, you know, just a cup driver in and out of the car, not a cup driver and then a 20 or 22-year-old kid out of the car.
Destruction. Destruction.
Carson Hocevar's playoff dreams for this season are over, but his pursuit of even bigger things is still very much alive. I could say something here about the symbolism of bulldozing and building yourself a new foundation. But the truth is, what played out this season was very much the foundation of what he needs to move forward. Lessons learned, hunger stoked, self-belief, despite everything else, amplified.
Love the way that he is beginning to kind of approach his life. He's developing into this young man that, you know, that I'm certainly proud of.
When you're young, it's not that easy to trust your instincts, but there's nothing sweeter than the rewards of doing so.
So I'm most proud of just him being who he is.
He's an amazing young man.
And while big sacrifices can be hard to make, big dreams offer a strong attraction to stay the course. So now, Jesse Love and Rajah Caruth head to the playoffs to try to chase down a championship. They haven't yet reached their ultimate goal of racing on Sundays. But hey, in this game, as long as you're rising, you're driving in the right direction.
I'm proud of myself for being the athlete that I am. But dude, freaking anything can happen in the playoffs.
Focus on just having a clean race tonight, getting points, running up front. I can't the bed here today and expect everything to be all right.
Riggs doesn't come up to speed.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
At this point, I think it's a big enough deal where I just want to win a championship at this level because it's such a high level.
Jesse Love, P1. Connor Zilic, second.
Love and Zilic, best buddies. And they're going to restart on the front row